Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today, via tape delay from Bill Powers Stadium here in Uniontown, the Uniontown High School boys soccer team takes on the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We welcome you aboard for tonight's boys soccer game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Fernan, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupin. We'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee-owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupin back here at Bill Powers Stadium. The Uniontown Red Raiders getting set to host the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, the Section 3 3A opener for both teams. Laurel Highlands 1-1 overall. Uniontown off to a 2-0 start. The Red Raiders picking up wins this past weekend over Bentworth and Beth Center, both by scores of 3-1. Laurel Highlands defeated Bentworth by a score of 8-2 before losing a tough game against a 4A opponent in Altoona, 5-4. Again, we brought you here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Let's take a look at the lineup, starting first with Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs playing a traditional 4-4-2. And if you're with us for the Laurel Highlands Altoona game, in fact, it's the exact same lineup the Mustangs used in that contest, with Colby Livingston and Colby Davis up front. Both Colby's off to nice starts to the season. Livingston with 3 goals, Davis with 5 goals, including a hat trick against Bentworth in Laurel Highlands season opener, which was actually played here at Bill Powers Stadium. The midfield is Eli Mitchell as a left midfielder. Eli actually got cleated late in Laurel Highlands' 5-4 loss against Altoona, but he's all right. Dylan Seaman and Matt Phillips in the center mid positions, and Justin Hartzik on the right outside mid position. The 2 center backs, Jeremy Abraham and Matt Lucas. Abraham a senior, Lucas a freshman, and the outside backers, Zach Mansberry, number 5, and number 22, Carson Seaman. Seaman a freshman, Mansberry a senior, and in goal, senior Jacob Campbell. The Mustangs with 6 seniors, 1 junior, 1 sophomore, and 3 freshmen in their starting lineup. For Uniontown, they're also going with a 4-4-2 today, with Nolan Sennett and Nolan Peck up front, 2 seniors. In the midfield, number 4, Clay Burkabow, number 10, Noah Trimmer, number 3, Jack Kovacs, and number 11, Evan Hospa Davis. In the back, Theron Chido, a junior, Scott Fitzpatrick, senior co-captain, one of the center backs, who's also the Uniontown high school football field goal kicker. The right center back, Anthony Broderick, and the right outside backer defensively, number 1, Aiden Shutterly, with Jacob Schwartzentruber in goal for Uniontown. Taking a look at some of the storylines coming into this game. Laurel Highlands putting their 25-game series win streak on the line over Uniontown tonight. Uniontown hasn't won a game against Laurel Highlands in this series since 2004. In fact, Uniontown hasn't scored a goal against Laurel Highlands since 2015. But the Red Raiders, as we mentioned, off to a 2-0 start. And to put that in perspective, Uniontown had only 3 wins all of last season. Of course, we'll look at the goalie position for Uniontown to senior Jacob Schwartzentruber taking over for Brandon Bell. Of course, Bell graduated in the offseason, so the Red Raiders with a change in goal, and Bell had been so solid for Uniontown throughout his career. And, of course, we're going to watch the weather. The high in Uniontown today was 95 degrees. Expect to see some hydration breaks throughout the course of the contest. And you have to wonder if heat will factor into this game as well this evening. And speaking of hot, we mentioned Colby Davis, the Laurel Highlands senior, with 5 goals in 2 games so far this season. He'll try to keep it alive tonight against the Uniontown Red Raiders. This is one of 3 conference openers going on this evening. Bell Vernon at Ringgold in what should be an entertaining contest, and Greensburg-Salem is at Albert Gallatin. Section 3, 3A this year has Bell Vernon, Uniontown, Greensburg-Salem, Albert Gallatin, Laurel Highlands, Trinity, and Ringgold. So plenty of local games throughout the course of the season for both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs will have a busy stretch ahead. They'll have their conference home opener against Trinity coming up later on this week on Thursday before hosting a non-conference game against Cannon Mac on Saturday. Another non-conference game at Southmoreland early on next week before conference games at Bell Vernon a week from Thursday, which is always an entertaining game. Bell Vernon expected to have one of the top teams in the WPIL. When Bell Vernon and Laurel Highlands always get together, it's always a fun rivalry game, and the Mustangs will have another conference game a week from Saturday against Greensburg-Salem. That game back at Laurel Highlands High School. The Mustangs in their away whites today with red numbers. Uniontown, their traditional home maroons in white numbers, as the Uniontown starters being introduced to the crowd here at Bill Powers Stadium. Some fans making their way in. Should be a pretty good night, even though it's a bit warm outside for high school soccer, and certainly a little bit earlier in the season than Uniontown and Laurel Highlands are used to getting together. Usually the first meeting in mid to late September. Then these 2 teams usually wrap up conference play against one another, but not the case this year. The section opener taking place with Uniontown hosting Laurel Highlands. Reminder, if you're watching this game on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, I'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are available online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates, facebook.com/South Union TV. Of course, Laurel Highlands trying to make it back into the playoffs for a 3rd straight year. In fact, if they get in this year, it'll be 6 of the last 7 years for the Laurel Highlands soccer team in the WPIL playoffs. The Mustangs losing a first-round game last year against South Fayette by a score of 5-0. And that was a rarity for the Mustangs to actually lose a first-round playoff game. The Mustangs have actually had first-round success throughout the years, including a couple of wins over West Mifflin, a first-round win over Southmoreland, and another playoff win over Greensburg-Salem 2 years ago back in 2016. Uniontown just looking for some consistency this year. Uniontown has not had a winning season since 1997, so they'll look to contend this year in the conference. We'll take a quick break now for the national anthem here at Bill Powers Stadium. It'll be Cooper Wallagora to sing the anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, all the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave, and the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
And we'll be back with the start of tonight's match right after this. Uniontown hosting Laurel Highlands here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Back here at Bill Powers Stadium, the Red Raiders on the field, and we're just about set to go. Uniontown taking on Laurel Highlands in the center circle for the Red Raiders to get this match underway. Number 6, Nolan Sennett will send it back. Laurel Highlands going with the exact same lineup they used against Altoona. Transpires here tonight. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network, whether you're watching on Armstrong Channel 61, Atlantic Broadband Channel 17, or on our YouTube page in Uniontown. A nice little lob down the near wing here, trying to create with Jack Kovacs. Ball poked out of bounds off of Laurel Highlands' Zach Mansberry. Uniontown to switch here for the throw, bringing over Anthony Broderick, who will send it into the box. And Dylan Seaman will break back here for the Mustangs. Dylan off on the near side to Eli Mitchell. We mentioned during the lineups, Mitchell got cleated late in the Altoona game, but he's all right, just a little bruised up. The ball rolls back to Jacob Schwartzentruber with the turquoise keeper kit on today.
Uniontown's biggest fan, Dee Berkebile, and her daughter, Anna Berkebile.
A little battle for it here in the midfield. Matt Phillips, Laurel Highlands freshman, off to Dylan Seaman.
Uniontown's new athletic trainer, Gladys Ruiz Malca.
And the Mustangs reset from the back line. Nice little heel back there from Colby Davis off to Seaman. Forward to Matt Phillips. Deflected back down by the Red Raiders and Evan Hospa-Davis. Trying to lead a rush back up there to Nolan Sennett. Broken up by Laurel Highlands' Jeremy Abraham. Abraham looking for a through ball. Colby Livingston a little dash towards the box, but it's scooped up there by Jacob Schwartzentruber. We've played 90 seconds. Uniontown and Laurel Highlands scoreless here from Bill Powers Stadium. Section 3, 3A opener for both teams. Booted back to center. Bodied down by Justin Hartzick, but won back by Uniontown's Clay Berkebile and sent out of play near the Laurel Highlands bench. Zach Mansberry to work it in. Back to Jeremy Abraham.
Come up here.
A little pressure there from Kovacs. And the play whistled down for an offsides. And a free kick here for Laurel Highlands.
We also have Brian Rozak to my left as well, broadcasting the game. And a Hall of Fame announcer, Barry Rosner, to my left as well.
Campbell will get it back started here again for the Mustangs. Looking for Davis. One over his head. Aiden Shetterly looking to clear. A little pressure on from the Colby duo of Livingston and Davis. It was Livingston with the shots and Schwartzentruber with the save there for Uniontown. Another boot back to center. Phillips looking to knock it down there for Laurel Highlands, but Uniontown winning the ball. Sent ahead to Jack Kovacs on the run, but Jacob Campbell coming out with a diving save there for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs look to break back again with Phillips. Abraham a touch. Trying to go cross field far side. Mustangs trying to work through center, but it's Evan Hospa-Davis winning it back. And Broderick with another clear. Mustangs a little touch. Mitchell again creating through center. Fitzpatrick sliding in. Chip back along to Colby Livingston. Livingston breaking down the near wing. Plays it back to Eli Mitchell, top of the box. Mitchell now working off a double team. Centers out in front, and the Mustangs had an opportunity with the backside of the goal wide open, unable to generate a shot. Uniontown able to keep things alive there on the back line of Chino, Fitzpatrick, Broderick, and Shutterly, but it will be a Laurel Highlands corner kick from the far side. It was the younger of the two, Siemens Carson, goes to retrieve the ball. It'll be Carson Seaman to send it in. A low one hopper. Knocked down out in front by Colby Davis, who shoots and scores. Sixth goal of the season for Davis. First of the night for Colby Davis, occurring here at the 36:01 mark of the first half. And the Mustangs off to a 1-0 lead, and we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Many people unknowingly have chronic liver disease and discover it during routine blood testing. Possible causes include alcohol, hepatitis C, fatty liver, and iron overload. If left unchecked, this can lead to cirrhosis or severe liver scarring. Offer the latest testing and treatment for chronic liver disease. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis giving the Laurel Highlands Mustangs a 1-0 lead over the Uniontown Red Raiders. Carson Seaman getting the assist after setting up Davis from the set piece. Corner kick from the far side. As we mentioned, the 6th goal of the season for Davis, and Davis just adds to already a great Laurel Highlands career. Davis had over 30 goals his sophomore season, approached the 30-goal mark last year, and he has an outside chance at maybe getting to 100 for his career. Will certainly be in the 75 to 80 range, and depending how long this Laurel Highlands season goes, don't be surprised if we see Davis approaching 100 career goals before the end of the season. We'll see how things shape up. Davis another touch here up to Eli Mitchell, playing it along, and Mitchell got knocked down. Well, should be a free kick here for the Mustangs, about 32 yards out. Inside the Uniontown zone, 5 minutes in. Mustangs striking early. Laurel Highlands certainly able to take a lot of positives out of that 5-4 loss against Altoona on Saturday. Altoona, a team a season ago that was 14-4-2, and a game away from qualifying for the state playoffs. Dylan Seaman, a chip down the far side, headed along. Eli Mitchell there, just to the left of Schwartzentruber. And the play was whistled down for Laurel Highlands offsides. Anthony Broderick will put it down for a free kick here for the Red Raiders. Broderick with a line drive here back towards center. Nolan Peck trying to knock it down. Ball played back to the Mustang keeper, Jacob Campbell. Campbell angles it down the near side. Colby Livingston back to Eli Mitchell. Matt Phillips a touch. And a freshman forward to the senior Dylan Seaman. Seaman a little poke. Colby Davis looking to chase it down. Fitzpatrick there defending. Chipped off to Colby Livingston. Colby Livingston just misses wide here on the near side. So Fitzpatrick and Schwartzentruber on the breakup defensively there for Uniontown. Laurel Highlands coming close to putting 2 on the scoreboard here in the opening 6.5 minutes. Ball getting retrieved there. I think it's Anthony Broderick bringing it back up. Be a goal kick here for the Red Raiders. Uniontown coached by Greg Peck. Assistant coach Scott Fitzpatrick. Of course, the Jerry Rogers combo, senior and junior. Laurel Highlands coaches. Uniontown looking for a rush. Denial there from Zach Mansberry. Off to Eli Mitchell on the near wing. Battling Clay Burkabow. Mitchell staying with it. Here's Mitchell, another break. Stops on a dime. Comes forward again, trying to dance in between traffic. Burkabow and Broderick there, and the Red Raiders able to break it up with a nice through ball of their own. Back forward to Nolan Sennett. Sennett into the box, trying to go wide there on Mansberry, and on Abraham, unable to generate a shot on goal. Jeremy Abraham doing a nice job to defend there for Laurel Highlands. We mentioned Uniontown with 4 seniors, 4 juniors, and 3 sophomores in their starting lineup. Laurel Highlands, 6 seniors, 1 junior, 1 sophomore, and 3 freshmen. And they're starting 11 today. Laurel Highlands certainly more depth on their bench. This is one of the biggest soccer teams Laurel Highlands has had in years. Nice to see the support from the lower grade levels. Laurel Highlands with a huge freshman class. Red Raiders look to put it down there. A boot from about 35 yards going high there from Clay Burkabow, Uniontown junior. Playing midfield here today. Just 1 goal scored so far in this match, coming from Colby Davis, assisted by Carson Seaman off a set piece corner kick of the 36:01 mark of the first half. And Campbell again to put it down here for the Mustangs. Jacob a little chip down the far side. Justin Hartzick there in traffic. Trying to send it along to Dylan Seaman, broken up again by the Red Raiders. Nice denial on the Laurel Highlands back line there by another freshman and Matt Lucas. Lucas knocking down the intended pass to Nolan Peck. Now Justin Hartzick trying to work around Noah Trimmer. Touch there from Matt Phillips. Down to Hartsick again. Over to Dylan Seaman. On the back line again to Zach Mansberry. Another touch from Phillips. Off to Dylan Seaman. Through center. Low through ball. Colby Davis is on it. Red Raiders able to slow it down defensively. Good job there from Aiden Shetterly to break that one up on the Uniontown back line. That's one of the issues Uniontown has had over the last couple of years, allowing their goalkeeper to get peppered too much at times. And you see this season, Uniontown putting one of their better players, Scott Fitzpatrick, on that back line, trying to shore things up a little bit more defensively. And so far, it's paid off with the Red Raiders off to a 2-0 start. We'll see if they can keep it going here in conference play. Played almost 10 minutes here at Bill Powers Stadium. So a 1-0 lead for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. Another free kick here for the Mustangs. Jacob Campbell to take it again. Campbell with the chip. And Shetterly and Fitzpatrick there defensively, but Davis on the charge. They'll get angled wide where Chido's there. They're on Chido for Uniontown. Davis on the intercept, turns and shoots.
Saved by Schwartzentruber.
And Schwartzentruber there. Off a little juggle. Able to make the capture. Another boot back to center. Mustangs again knock it down. They try to reset. Touch there from Hartsick over to Dylan Seaman. Phillips and Seaman again. Low ball to Phillips. Lets it go through to Davis. Poke back over to Clay Berkabow. Mustangs try to lead from the back line again. Davis another touch over to Seaman. Looking again for Colby Davis, but Fitzpatrick defends and takes the safe play again for Uniontown defensively, but it will set up another set piece here for Laurel Highlands. Again, they scored from actually the exact same position earlier, and once again it'll be Carson Seaman to take the corner kick. And we mentioned a hot night. The daytime high in Uniontown today was 95 degrees. Things cooling off some now into the 80s. And Carson Seaman again goes low, this time blocked down by Noah Trimmer and cleared out. Matt Phillips bodies it down. Dylan Seaman steps in. Angled back to Hartsick. And Uniontown showing a little body there defensively, but Dylan Seaman stays with it, trying to spin away from Nolan Sennett. And Sennett does a good job coming back defensively off to Jack Kovacs, trying to break down the near wing. Kovacs got around Abraham. Little open space here for the Red Raiders. Low ball coming through to Nolan Peck. Broken away defensively by the Mustangs. And Matt Lucas with a nice little charge back. Will be a throw-in, though, here for Uniontown. Anthony Broderick will take it. Broderick, a little lob. Was that a handball in the box? It was, and that's going to be a penalty kick. If they rule it on, no, it's going to be on Uniontown with a handball. Okay. Saw the Mustang defender there with a hand in the air, and if it would have been a handball in the box, it would have been a penalty kick for Uniontown. Awfully close. Mustangs might catch a break. As Campbell boots it back to center. Off to Dylan Seaman again, trying to spin his way around Evan Hospa-Davis. Through ball on the far side. Justin Hartsick on his horse down the far wing. Hartsick trying to break, but it's Shetterly setting it out of play defensively for Uniontown. And Hartsick will retrieve now for Laurel Highlands.
Check here this evening.
See which way Hartsick goes. Off to Colby Livingston, and Livingston unable to keep it in play. It will be a Uniontown goal kick. 26-26 left here in the first half. Still a 1-0 lead. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown High School boys soccer here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Anthony Broderick again plays it back to center. Knocked down by Nolan Sennett. Gets around Matt Phillips, but Phillips comes back defensively, but the Red Raiders find the loose ball. It's Nolan Peck on it. The low poke towards the goal. And Jacob Campbell plays it back towards center. Little battle there between Davis and Burkabal, and a whistle on the play. It'll be a free kick going in Uniontown's direction. It'll be taken by Anthony Broderick.
Goes down to the concession stand. We have pop in a bottle, pop in a can, Gatorade, bottle of water.
Broderick a low boot forward here to Jack Kovacs.
Rice Krispie treats, brownies.
Kovacs top of the 18, poked away again by Laurel Highlands. Seaman back on the other side, trying to get around a double team. Stays with it. Seaman pivots. Low ball on the near side to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell low to Colby Livingston. Livingston breaking back. Stops, resets. Looking for a little support. Mitchell steps in, but it's Burkabal finding the ball back there for Uniontown. Up to Kovacs. He'll circle himself. Uniontown getting set to bring Alex Eitner into the match at the next stoppage. Fitzpatrick turns and sends it back along. Laurel Highlands on the back line. Mansberry going down, but sent ahead to Mitchell. Mitchell fronted there by Burkabal. Stays with it, breaks down the near side, and then poked out of play by Anthony Broderick.
Out of town scoreboard for those of you still following the Pirates. Bottom of the first, it's a 0-0 tie between them and the Red Legs.
Mitchell trying to send it into Colby Davis. Bumped from behind by Fitzpatrick. Davis tries to stay with it, but Uniontown picking up possession there. Hospa Davis for a minute before Seaman rips it away. Off to Mitchell, chipping back to Colby Livingston. And Schwartzentruber just picks up the loose ball. And plays it back towards center. Phillips there for Laurel Highlands. On the back line going past Lucas. Feeling a little pressure there from Noah Trimmer. Lucas on the clear back to Carson Seaman. Sends it along looking for Colby Davis, but Aiden Shetterly defending there for Uniontown. Touched back by Hartzick and deflected out of play. Uniontown getting set for a trio of changes. Alex Eitner, Dalton Grimes, and Benjamin Witt coming in. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Coming out, Cody Kovacs, Nolan Senate, and the Shadow.
As we come back, 3 changes for Uniontown.
Get back on the field as soon as you can.
Laurel Highlands staying with their starting 11 so far in this match. Mustangs have yet to make a change if they do have hydration breaks tonight. The first will occur after the first whistle after we go under 20 minutes here in the first half. Scrum on here in the midfield. It's Matt Phillips finding the loose ball for Laurel Highlands. Touched along to Colby Davis. Seaman and Davis again trying to send it forward. Once again, it's Schwartzentruber on the scoop up. Another boot back towards center going through Nolan Peck. Jeremy Abraham looking for the loose ball. Battling Noah Trimmer. Abraham now trying to fight off the double team. The defender getting involved in the offensive attack. Abraham staying with it. Still support there from Seaman. That's Dylan Seaman. Far wing again to Justin Hartzick. Again to Phillips. Carson to Dylan Seaman. Up ahead, deflected off of Colby Livingston, going wide to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell looking for the cross, couldn't get it away. With Anthony Broderick defending. And Clay Burkabal will check back into the match on the Uniontown side with Evan Hospa Davis checking out. 21:59. Left here in the first half, still a 1-0 lead. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown on a goal from Colby Davis. His 6th of the season, assisted by Carson Seaman. It'll be Anthony Broderick to take the goal kick. Another line drive headed there by Matt Phillips. Mustangs' Carson Seaman steps up, met there by Scott Fitzpatrick. Red Raiders looking to go low. Denial again from Hartzick. Laurel Highlands resets back through the midfield. Dylan Seaman coming forward. Low ball down the far wing. Hartzick on it. Berkebile, check that. The keeper, Schwartzentruber, way out. And the ball just deflects wide. Schwartzentruber came all the way out to the edge of the box with Hartzick breaking down the far wing. Almost got burned there on a centering pass. Anthony Broderick again puts it down for another Uniontown goal kick. 20:48 left here in the first half. Laurel Highlands, a little header back there from Phillips, but the play whistled down. Foul called there on the Mustangs.
Face mask on the play.
Phillips on the back of Dalton Grimes, Uniontown freshman. So the Red Raiders will set it up on the free kick from Anthony Broderick.
Mariah, where's mine?
Little line drive, pinballing around, look out, little header from Grimes, and the save there from Jacob Campbell. Campbell on the quick outlet out to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell down the near wing trying to hop around a sliding Alex Eitner. Deflects it out of play. And what do we got here? Take a quick timeout. This is our hydration break here at the 20:01 mark of the first half. Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead over Uniontown. We'll take a quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
We're back here at Bill Powers Stadium, coming out of a hydration break at the 20:01 mark of the first half. Still 1-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. If you're just joining us, the lone goal of the match scored by Colby Davis, assisted by Carson Seaman. Off of a set piece. Corner kick at the 36:01 mark of the first half. Laurel Highlands had yet to make a change until now in this match. And they'll bring in Jason Cooper. Also re-entering on the Uniontown side will be Jack Kovacs, along with number 11, Evan Hospa-Davis. That will occur at the next whistle. Scrum on here on the near side. The ball will go out of play as Benjamin Witt was trying to send it off to Dalton Grimes.
Little fire engine, Evan Hospa-Davis, also substitution for Laurel Highlands.
Jason Cooper will enter for Justin Hartzick. It'll be Zach Mansberry to trigger it in. Headed back by Benjamin Witt. Played along by Laurel Highlands' Matt Lucas. Looking there for Jason Cooper, broken up by Theron Shido. You throw in here for the Mustangs. Dylan Seaman. Sent forward to Eli Mitchell, who's offsides, was behind Anthony Broderick on the play. A free kick coming back here for the Red Raiders. Broderick on the lob. Bodied there by Mansberry. And Zach Mansberry down the near line, trying to keep it alive. Anthony Broderick lobs it back and out of play. Another throw in here for the Mustangs. Fired back off to Colby Davis, going low to Colby Livingston. Anthony Broderick defending. Livingston comes back, touched by Seaman, looking back in Livingston's direction off of a little poke. The ball cleared out of play on the Uniontown back line by Scotty Fitzpatrick. Fitzpatrick shown quite a leg, not only early on in the soccer season, but during the Uniontown football season as well. Has done well in the opportunities he's been given out in the gridiron, despite Uniontown's 0-2 start. Their 2018 football season, the Red Raiders put up some points in the second half of their 42-30 loss against York this past Friday night. Game that was actually delayed almost 2 hours by lightning in the area. And Fitzpatrick got some work in the second half after Uniontown trailed 36-0 at halftime, putting 30 points up in the second half of that game. Here's Colby Davis. Nice little move there. Didn't have any help off to his right. And it'll be Uniontown breaking back with Dalton Grimes. Grimes on the poke. Looking there for Nolan Peck. Jeremy Abraham defending. And it's Abraham sending it out of play for another Uniontown throw-in. Certainly easy to see the numbers on both sides here tonight. Uniontown, the home Maroons with white numbers, and Laurel Highlands, bright red numbers on the white jerseys tonight. The red numbers on the white much easier to see than the red numbers on the blue jerseys that we saw at home. Is it red jerseys and blue numbers, Jerry? For some reason I was thinking, yeah, it is red jerseys, blue numbers. How quickly I forget. Again, chip back towards Jacob Campbell. I was trying to put that out of my memory. And we'll see those jerseys again when the Mustangs host Trinity. That'll be our next broadcast of high school soccer here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Trinity, always a competitive program. And we'll tape that one for you as well later on in the week. Mustangs looking for their 26th straight win over Uniontown here today. And the last Uniontown win in the series back in 2004. The Red Raiders an opportunity here with a free kick from a precarious position just on top of the 18. Not sure what was called there. But nonetheless, a great opportunity here for the Red Raiders to try to get the equalizer. We mentioned earlier, Uniontown has not scored a goal against Laurel Highlands since 2015. It'll be Clay Burkabow to put it down here, top of the 18, four-player wall up defensively there for Laurel Highlands. Campbell trying to reposition. Burkabow plays it back, and the shot on goal from Anthony Broderick. And Jacob Campbell there, right place, right time to make the save. Not sure what precipitated that call because the play seemed to be down on the other side. Now, certainly an odd call. It wasn't a penalty kick, just a free kick at the top of the 18. And here's Mitchell racing back for Laurel Highlands. Mitchell, pretty move there around Fitzpatrick. Mitchell starting to stay with it. Anthony Broderick stepping in and breaking it up defensively for Uniontown. And it'll be Carson Seaman to take the throw in here for Laurel Highlands. Bounces it into Matt Phillips. Phillips plays it off to Zach Mansberry. Phillips again. And the Red Raiders out of the pack with it. Back to Anthony Broderick. On the boot down, Benjamin Wood trying to track it down, but it's Campbell, another scoop up for the Mustangs. We're down to 14-26 left here in the first half of this match. To mention the conference opener for both Uniontown and Laurel Highlands. The winner here today will be tied atop of the table. A boot back from Burkabow, deflected back from the Mustangs. Now Burkabow going down. Another free kick here for Uniontown. So the Red Raiders getting their fair share of chances here over the last couple of minutes. See if they can take advantage here with a free kick from about 30 yards out. Good taken by Nolan Peck. Peck, a little line drive again into the Laurel Highlands wall they set up, and another follow. That was Evan Hospadavis on the shot. A little sidewinder there. A little worm burner from Hospadavis. And Campbell able to make the scoop up. Remains 1-0. Mustangs over the Red Raiders of Uniontown. Livingston sent out of play. There by the Mustangs, Matt Phillips. Anthony Broderick will trigger it back, and Eli Mitchell will re-enter the match. The freshman Joey Lemansky. I guess Lemansky never checked in. He's going to check in. Didn't think he was out there. He did a good job against Altoona. We last saw the Mustangs last Saturday. Grimes coming back. A little low ball there to Alexander Shaw, broken up by Matt Lucas defensively for Laurel Highlands, and then scooped up again by Jacob Campbell. Campbell will bring it out to the top of the box. Mentioned the Mustangs have Trinity in their next contest. Uniontown's going to have a tough one as well. They're at Bell Vernon. Bell Vernon expected to be one of the top teams in AAA this year. Of course, they have the Apodiakis brothers back again. And Nico Apodiakis regarded as one of the top players in the WPIL. We'll see the Leps next week. On the Mustang side, Abraham, Dylan Seaman off to Matt Phillips. Nice little ball forward here to Eli Mitchell. Sidesteps the keeper Schwartzentruber and then just sends it wide. Fitzpatrick doing a good job to come back defensively there and help with a breakup for the Red Raiders. Laurel Highlands coming oh so close to making it 2-0. We've seen it a couple of times. They've had Schwartzentruber beaten on the play, but the Uniontown back line breaking up the Mustangs' scoring attempts. Now Joey Lemansky is into the match for the first time on the Laurel Highlands side, taking the place of Zach Mansberry. That right outside back position on the Laurel Highlands defensive line. Mustangs knock it down again. Here's Dylan Seaman. Dylan coming forward, off to brother Carson. Carson fires from 25 yards out, and Schwartzentruber knocks it away. Probably could have let that one go. Would have been a goal kick for Uniontown. Pretty sure Schwartzentruber got a piece of it. Maybe they're saying he didn't. Wow, I thought for sure he got a hand on that ball. But they're going to roll a goal kick here for Uniontown.
Kick in goal with the Red Raiders.
Anthony Broderick to take it. 3 match officials here today. Thomas Catawell, Mike Sidwell, and Tom Marquette. Dylan Seaman, fronted there by Clay Berkabow, and now double teamed. Ball got out of play, and it'll be Joey Lemansky to take the quick throw in. Lemansky, a little guy, but he holds his own. Only a freshman for the Mustangs. I've seen a lot of them in youth soccer and youth baseball. In the Harkin South Union Soccer Leagues as well here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nice to see him playing some varsity soccer here in his freshman year at Laurel Highlands. Free kick here for the Red Raiders. Scotty Fitzpatrick to take it. We're down to 9:20. Left here in the first half. Lights now getting powered on. Dylan Seaman off to brother Carson. Carson, another freshman. Got knocked down there. That'll be a foul on the Red Raiders. Nolan Sennett. Laurel Highlands can set it up. Matt Lucas and Jeremy Abraham both there. It'll be Lucas to send it along. Looking for Dylan Seaman. Bodied back by Scotty Fitzpatrick. Carson Seaman stepping in. Again, poked away by the Red Raiders. And then outs on the near side off of Uniontown and out. Carson Seaman quickly fires it back in. Touch from Colby Livingston. Back to Dylan Seaman. Set on the back line again to Matt Lucas. Low again to Seaman. That's Dylan. And off to Seth Yannick, who just entered the match here on the near side as Carson Seaman goes down. Might have been knocked down there by Anthony Broderick. It'll be a free kick here for the Mustangs. Seth Yannick now will switch positions here with Jeremy Abraham.
This evening, the head coach from the Uniontown area Red Raider girls.
Abraham a little liner. Body defensively there by Fitzpatrick. Sent forward to Clay Berkabow. Dylan Seaman steps in off to Carson Seaman. Low back to Colby Livingston here on the near side. Colby trying to reset back to Carson Seaman. Stepping in on the play was Dalton Grimes, but Carson Seaman stays with it. Goes through a double team, trying to work into the box. Uniontown able to step in, and it's Clay Berkabow looking for a little through ball that's too far for breaking Nolan Sennett. And we got a play for another Laurel Highlands throw-in. So Uniontown hanging around here early. So just 1-0. Mustangs over the Red Raiders. Laurel Highlands, a pair of clean sheets against the Red Raiders last year, winning by scores of 4-0 and 6-0. Won 3-0 and 4-0 back in 2016. The Mustangs winning both meetings in 2015 by 3-1 scores. That was the last time Uniontown had a goal here in this series as Dylan Seaman gets knocked down. Another free kick here for the Mustangs. I mentioned the last Uniontown win, a 2-1 Uniontown win over Laurel Highlands back in 2004. Interesting that year, the two teams did not play in the same classification. Uniontown actually the larger school at the time. Uniontown played in 3A, Laurel Highlands in 2A. That Laurel Highlands team made the playoffs and lost to South Park in the first round.
Coming out number 4, Clay Berkabow.
There were actually a couple of years in the early 2000s the teams didn't even play one another in 2001 and 2002, being in different classifications. Surprised they would not try to schedule non-conference games, having the ability to schedule multiple games here in high school soccer, but did not happen. Here's Colby Livingston. Livingston down the near wing. On the cross out in front, going through Colby Davis, trying to regain Jason Cooper. A little poke, just going high and wide on the far side. Now 4 new Mustangs entering. Hartzick, along with number 12 for Laurel Highlands. That's Luciano McElprang. McElprang had a goal off the bench against Bentworth on Saturday. Eli Mitchell also back into the match, and Zach Mansberry defensively coming back in. The 4 new Mustangs. McElprang, a pretty good player off the Mustang bench. Watch for him in situations when either Livingston or Davis need a break on that front line. Down to 5:16 left here in the first half. And Colby Davis' goal at the 36:01 mark of the first half, still standing strong. And Uniontown's had their fair share of opportunities as well. There's Colby Davis again. Davis trying to work into the box, trying to fight off a double team. Got tripped up. Do we have a foul here inside the box? It was right at the top of the 18. They could very easily rule the infraction occur just outside the box. I think that's going to be the call. Just outside that 18-yard box. We saw Uniontown miss in a similar position earlier on a free kick. Now Laurel Highlands has to be licking their chops here. From the top of the box, Dylan Seaman lining up to take the free kick. Let's see if he goes direct here. Uniontown building up the wall defensively. 4:24 left here in the first half. Dylan Seaman wants 3 points on a Friday night. Nothing here today. Sending it too high. And Uniontown will have a goal kick. Once again, it's Anthony Broderick booting it back to center, headed there by Phillips. Knocked down by Dylan Seaman, off to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell stopping there, was fronted by Dalton Grimes. Creates again to Phillips. Low ball on the far side. Chasing on was Justin Hartzick. Schwartzentruber diving out again for Uniontown defensively. Down now to 3:35 left here in the first half. Schwartzentruber down on the far side. Jack Kovacs playing it back. A lob forward, body there by Abraham. Off to Phillips. Dylan Seaman. Up to Luciano McElprang. McElprang on sides, breaking back in. McElprang staying with it, firing. Save from Schwartzentruber and deflected out of play. As we told you, McElprang, a little spark plug off the Laurel Highlands bench. Creating a good scoring opportunity for the Mustangs there. Now Eli Mitchell to take the corner kick from the near side. Mitchell to set it up. Well, high lob, backside, deflected home. It's Dylan Seaman deflecting it in for the Mustangs. And Laurel Highlands takes a 2-0 lead. We're back in a moment here in the South Union Township Sports Network. Dylan Seaman giving Laurel Highlands a 2-0 lead. Eli Mitchell picks up the assist. Uniontown giving up both goals off of set pieces here today. Conceding on 2 Laurel Highlands set piece opportunities. Colby Davis and Dylan Seaman, the goal scorers for the Mustangs. For Seaman, I believe that's his first of the season. And Mitchell getting another assist. Now Uniontown trying to strike back before the halftime break, but it's Phillips, another low ball coming forward. Fitzpatrick on the far side to Grimes. And Campbell way out. They'll line it back towards center. Scrum on here in the midfield between Eli Mitchell and Evan Hospa-Davis. Hospa-Davis and Phillips now both go down. Benjamin Witt on the far side now for Uniontown. They'll poke back looking for Hospa-Davis. Broken up by Colby Davis. Dylan Seaman on it. Over to Eli Mitchell. Through ball back to Davis. And angled wide by Aiden Shutterly. Final 90 seconds now of this first half. Colby Davis into Dylan Seaman. Mustangs forced to retreat after a little pressure there from Grimes. Mustangs regroup. Eli Mitchell coming forward, 30 yards out. Mitchell still on it. Over to McElprang. And whistle for the offsides.
1 minute.
We're under a minute left here in the first half.
I'd like to welcome Tyler Fry here this evening.
Once again, Anthony Broderick to put it down. Knocked down by Jeremy Abraham. One last rush maybe for Laurel Highlands. Eli Mitchell trying to spin off of Alexander Shaw. Broken up by the Red Raiders. Getting some help there from Hospa-Davis. Sending it forward to Jack Kovacs down the near wing. Kovacs trying to create. Little center there into the box. 22 seconds left here in the half. And defensively, the Mustangs taking the safe route there on the breakup from Matt Lucas. Another freshman defender. Final 10 seconds. Close to another handball there on Eli Mitchell as Zach Mansberry goes down. That'll do it for the first half. Laurel Highlands a 2-0 lead over Uniontown. We'll be back to recap the first half scoring for you in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920, the area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
We're back here at Bill Powers Stadium, 2-0. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Uniontown Red Raiders here at halftime. The Mustangs Got the scoring started at the 36:01 mark of the first half off of a corner kick from the far side. Carson Seaman took it. Colby Davis finished it off. Seaman getting the assist. Davis getting his 6th goal of the season. Laurel Highlands taking a 1-0 lead. The goal at the 36:01 mark of the first half. And from another corner kick, another set piece. This one taken by Eli Mitchell. Dylan Seaman deflecting it home. That goal occurring late in the first half at the 2:41 mark. 2-0 Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. That's where we sit here at halftime. Reminder, if you're watching this match on Atlantic Broadband or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are available online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television, or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. That's facebook.com/South Union TV. Again, here at the break, it's Laurel Highlands 2, Uniontown nothing. The second half of the match comes your way next here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at Bill Powers Stadium, ready for the second half of this match. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Uniontown Red Raiders by a score of 2-0. Uniontown conceding an early goal to Colby Davis, 3:59 in, and a late goal to Dylan Seaman with 2:41 left in the first half. Laurel Highlands will be moving left to right across your screen. Here in the second half as Colby Davis sends it back to Matt Phillips in the second half of this match underway. And Uniontown, a little surge there from Nolan Sennett. Little run there at Jacob Campbell.
Saved by Laurel Highlands.
Campbell didn't appear to be too thrilled, and Sennett gave him a little run down there. But they're playing hard. Certainly Uniontown gets a goal here. It's a brand new match. We're talking about some of the opportunities that the Red Raiders had as Laurel Highlands tries to send it forward there to Colby Davis. A little body contact with Scotty Fitzpatrick. Should be a free kick here for Laurel Highlands. The one direct kick that Uniontown had at the top of the box from 18 yards out was an infraction on Jacob Campbell for actually kicking the ball outside of the box. He came over the top of the box with the ball and is still in his possession before he sent it away. So that's what caused the free kick there. And we're even discussing a couple close situations, maybe some handballs in the box that could have given Uniontown an opportunity to get back into the match. And the Red Raiders with another through ball forward. Is it onside here to Nolan Sennett? Defensively coming back, Matt Lucas, a little body contact, and Lucas comes out of the pack with another good opportunity there for Uniontown. And now things getting a little bit physical here between Lucas and Nolan Sennett.
Why can't we refrain?
Let's see if we have any cards issued here. You notice things getting chippy here over the last minute or so. Had a couple players go down with no fouls being called. Sometimes you let a couple of them go on like that, things will escalate. Things started boiling over a little bit there. The cards stay in the pocket, and Campbell sends it away. Hartzick looking in traffic. Mustangs trying to head it back. Here's Colby Davis looking for another opportunity for Laurel Highlands. Deflects back to Dylan Seaman. Reset to Phillips. Looking for room down the far side to Eli Mitchell, and played back to Jacob Schwartzentruber. Schwartzentruber on the angle was looking for Noah Trimmer, who had to play in front of the Uniontown bench. If you get an opportunity, look at that Red Raider bench. You can see there on your screen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 substitutions. I'll turn the camera a little bit to the right there, Jerry. Look at the Laurel Highlands bench. You can see all the Mustangs they have available. Actually, more than filling up the bench. Even have some players sitting on the ground there, to shows the roster depth the Mustangs have compared to the Red Raiders, as Clay Berkebaugh will send it in. A little header there from Peck. And the Mustangs look to clear it out with Eli Mitchell trying to spin off of Nolan Peck, and now Mitchell goes down. This could be an interesting second half as things continue to get chippy. Then we have a 3-referee crew today. Thomas Catterwell, Mike Sinwell, and Tom Marquardt, excuse me. A lot of times for these rivalry games, they'll bring a third official in. There's the Laurel Highlands bench. You can see all the substitutions available on the Laurel Highlands side, and because of the lack of size of the Uniontown roster, no JV game played between these two teams. Uniontown not fielding a JV squad for 2018. Just don't have the depth on their bench. Looking for a break here on his horse, Nolan Peck. He's playing hard for the Red Raiders here in the second half for sure. Matt Lucas breaking it up there for the Mustangs. Matt Peck giving it his all out there. Another senior co-captain along with Scotty Fitzpatrick for the Uniontown Red Raiders. Four and a half minutes into the second half, still 2-0. Mustangs over the Red Raiders. Anthony Broderick and Carson Seaman sending it out of play again. Uniontown buzzing a little bit. Little cross. Deflected out of play off of Uniontown and out. Will be a goal kick here for Campbell and the Mustangs. The way the section's set up this year, there's not going to be too many games that are going to be any walks in the park for sure. Mentioned Trinity up next for the Mustangs, always a solid team. Greensburg-Salem, good year in and year out. In fact, the Mustangs beat the Golden Lions in the playoffs a few years back. Bell Vernon expected to be one of the top teams in the entire WPIAL. Ringgold always strong. They swept the season series over Laurel Highlands last year. The Mustangs lost a tough game up at Ringgold a season ago. I stand corrected. The first match between Ringgold and Laurel Highlands was actually a 2-2 draw last season at LH. And the Mustangs were certainly bit by the injury bug a season ago. trying to stay healthy throughout the 2018 campaign, when the Mustangs played that playoff game against South Fayette. They're just out of gas, and that one's going to be offsides. Out of gas and undermanned. A free kick here for Anthony Broderick in Uniontown again. Down the far side, bodied back by the Mustangs. Onto the feet of Clay Berkebile, pressured by Eli Mitchell. Mitchell fighting off another double team. Trying to get a little support there defensively. Played along to Matt Phillips. Off to Dylan Seaman. The brother Carson. Has to be fun for those two playing again together. Carson a freshman, Dylan a senior. Colby Davis trying to get free. And solid defense from Nolan Sennett of Uniontown. Carson Seaman again to work it in. Carson down the near side. Laying it out to Justin Hartzick. Justin on the cross, and Schwartz and Truber on the knockdown for Uniontown. Almost 8 minutes into the second half. On a clear and warm night in downtown Uniontown at Bill Power Stadium. Dylan Seaman. And fighting back into the Uniontown zone. Plays it off to his left to Phillips in open space. Matt Phillips, top of the box. Went down, a little poke out again for Uniontown defensively. Dylan Seaman now fires and sends it high. Dylan got his first of the season earlier on tonight, assisted by Eli Mitchell. Colby Davis getting his sixth of the season, assisted by Carson Seaman. Once again, it's Broderick firing it back down on the far side there for Uniontown. Red Raiders win the ball. Fitzpatrick back ahead down the far side of Jack Kovacs. Little lob down, looking to chase it down there, Nolan Peck. Scooped up again by Jacob Campbell, the Mustang keeper. Campbell can afford to take a little time off the clock here. He'll boot it out. And very dangerously close to that top of the box. Already got whistled on that once in this contest. And the ball deflected out on the far side. This Uniontown squad certainly seems much improved. Just got to get that perfect balance out there as well. Colby Davis. Into open space. Red Raiders looking for a run back. Nice little slide tackle there from Carson Seaman. And losing the handle on the near side is Noah Trimmer. We mentioned Uniontown with Scotty Fitzpatrick on that back line. Certainly providing some support in front of Schwartz and Truber. And with Nolan Peck and Nolan Sennett up front, providing the offense on the Red Raiders side. Here's Dylan Seaman trying to angle it wide. Bodied off a Red Raider defender, headed along by Hospa Davis. Laurel Highlands again tries to reset here with Abraham. Down the far wing to Eli Mitchell, battling Anthony Broderick. Firing and sending it off the side of the net on that shot attempt. Remains 2-0. You've yet to have a goal scored on either side. Here in the second half, Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Nice to have you along with us here on the South Union Township Sports Network. The high school soccer Section 3 3A opener. Uniontown taking on Laurel Highlands. Colby Davis trying to get around Aiden Shutterly. Davis into the box. Davis staying on, and Davis blocked down out in front, but still not cleared until now, where it's sent wide by Theron Chido. And Schwartz and Truber, a big stop there from point-blank range on Colby Davis. Worked back in by Hartzik. Over to Carson Seaman. Reset on the back line to Matt Lucas. Angled wide on the far side. Headed along by Eli Mitchell and Schwartzentruber. Another scoop up there for Uniontown. Boot back towards center. Bodied forward by Carson Seaman. Stolen away, though, by Noah Trimmer. Trying to head it up to Nolan Sennett. Played back along and forward to Colby Davis. Triple teamed. Davis fights on. And a work between defenders. Got tripped up there. Slide tackle attempt from Clay Burkabow. Now they're going to call it on Colby. Maybe pushed off. Free kick again for Broderick in Uniontown. Anthony lines it along. Helped along there by Hospa Davis. Trying to get up to Jack Kovacs. Laurel Highlands again looks to control there from Eli Mitchell, who plays it off of Kovacs and out. And the Mustangs get possession. Lob down to the far side, looking there for Colby Livingston. Support from Dylan Seaman. Fire down the near wing. Here's a nice little break back for Justin Hartzik on the center, and Fitzpatrick with the clear out for Uniontown defensively. Hartzik broke so quickly down the near wing, just needed a little support there, and Fitzpatrick doing a good job to get back defensively for Uniontown to clear it away. Carson Seaman again to take another corner kick. Carson, a little line drive, headed along by Dylan Seaman, just going wide of Schwartzentruber, who might have gotten a piece of it. Referees say no, will be a goal kick. Now Alex Eitner will check in on the Uniontown side, giving Clay Burkabow a break. And the Red Raiders just 6 available substitutions in this match. Also might get a look here, Dalton Grimes getting set to check in as well on the Uniontown side. Red Raiders again through center. Deflected off of Matt Lucas. Eli Mitchell trying to spin back. Eli goes down. Eli had a rough game against Altoona on Saturday near the end of the contest. Got cleated. Going for a loose ball with the Mustangs down a goal. Played well throughout the course of the match, but a little bit banged up after the match. Nice to see him back here, at least close to 100%. He's probably still a little sore after that doubleheader the Red Raiders played, or the Mustangs played, excuse me. There's Hartzik looking to center. Gets it back again. Pressure comes over there from Chido. Hartzik again looking to center. That one deflected by Alex Eitner. Another Laurel Highlands throw-in. Jason Cooper will check in. And Uniontown will bring in Dalton Grimes. Grimes only a freshman.
Number 6, Nolan Sennett.
Down to 25-32 left here in regulation time. Still 2-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. Dylan Seaman spinning off in open space. A little angle down the far side. And once again, off the shot attempt from Eli Mitchell, it's Schwartzentruber scooping it up. And he'll roll it out down the far side. Anthony Broderick on it. Low ball forward. Red Raiders try to set it up, but cleared out again by Carson Seaman. Cooper in open space, battling Dalton Grimes. Lucas helping it back along for Laurel Highlands. Down the far wing again to Eli Mitchell. Mitchell looking to play it back, going through Dylan Seaman. Touched along by Colby Davis. On to Jason Cooper. Cooper bumped there by Chido. Stays with it. Centers out in front. Deflected down by Hospa Davis. And played back to center where Noah Trimmer's there. And Trimmer a little open space. Trimmer trying to break. Abraham and Lucas defending. Lucas trying to angle Trimmer off the ball. But the fight comes on for Uniontown. Trimmer again down the near side, and finally Abraham with a clear. And take a little pressure off of Jason Campbell. Red Raiders the Mustangs have conceded some goals here early on in the season. Gave up 2 against Bentworth and then 5 against Altoona on Saturday. Talking to Laurel Highlands assistant Jerry Rogers Jr., he said he'd like to hem in the defense a little bit. So far, the Mustangs have done that so far tonight. Campbell still with a clean sheet in place against the Red Raiders, but Uniontown buzzing again here off the corner kick. A little deflection from Kovacs, just going wide of Campbell. Will be a Laurel Highlands goal kick.
Now, scoreboard, the bottom of the board, Pirates up 4-0 on the Reds.
Campbell will put it down for another Mustang goal kick. Angles it down the near side. Carson Seaman heads it along. The ball will go out of play. It's time for a Uniontown throw-in. Be taken by Theron Chido. Into Dalton Grimes. Going to play it back to Aiden Shetterly. Pressured on by Jason Cooper and sent out of play. Cooper again looking to fire it in. Back to Phillips. Left for Eli Mitchell. Mitchell on the break. Fires and scores! Eli Mitchell giving the Mustangs a 3-0 lead here at the 22-42 mark of the second half. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
Eli Mitchell giving Laurel Highlands a little breathing room. His second goal of the season here at the 22-42 mark of the second half. They're going to have a little early hydration break here as well. So again, it's 3-0 Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. We'll take another quick timeout here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank, at your service.
Back here at Bill Powers Stadium.
Marco, I'll take a Pepsi.
Coming out of a hydration break. And after an Eli Mitchell goal, Laurel Highlands Mustangs have opened up a 3-0 lead. Colby Davis, Dylan Seaman, and Eli Mitchell have scored goals in this match. Carson Seaman, Eli Mitchell, and Jason Cooper have picked up assists. And we sit at 3-0 as Noah Trimmer will get things back underway here for Uniontown. Waiting for the go-ahead, and here we go. Evan Hospa-Davis sent it off to Anthony Broderick, who booted down the far side. Body there by Jeremy Abraham. Again, Uniontown has not scored a goal in this series since 2015. Assuming Laurel Highlands hangs on, it'll be the 26th straight win for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown in high school boys soccer. A little trip up there as Matt Phillips goes down. Expect to see the Mustangs, especially throughout the final 20 minutes or so,
Clay, we good?
start using some of their bench. And one of the newer pieces of equipment that I've noticed here on the sidelines today, a little water sprayer that Uniontown has brought over with their athletic trainer. Kind of cool off the players, not the old-fashioned Gatorade water coolers you might have seen in the past. And there's another save there from Jacob Campbell. She squirt the water. Probably that water can stay cooler on that little contraption. They still have the old-fashioned water coolers on the sidelines as well. The players seem like they've been making their way more towards the center of the field to get sprayed down there. And then using the old-fashioned water coolers. There's Jason Cooper coming back. Cooper on a little center and deflected home by Colby Livingston. So Colby Livingston picking up the goal. Jason Cooper getting his second assist. And here at the 20:56 mark of the second half, it's 4-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety. For colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies, painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruth Hart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Back here at Bill Power Stadium, that's the fourth goal of the season for Colby Livingston. Livingston had a goal against Bentworth in Laurel Highlands' opening game on Saturday, scored two in Laurel Highlands' 5-4 loss against Altoona, now picking up a goal here against Uniontown. And you look at what the Colbys have done on Laurel Highlands' front line, a little misplay there from Shetterly over to Benjamin Witt. Quite impressive as Colby Davis and Colby Livingston now have accounted for 9 goals in less than 3 games played so far this season for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs not done yet here tonight. And here's Colby Davis right back on it, firing, and got knocked down. A little deflection there from Fitzpatrick. Should be a corner kick here for the Mustangs. Colby Davis so far, hat trick against Bentworth, 2 against Altoona, 1 here tonight. We mentioned Livingston, 1 against Bentworth, 2 against Altoona, and 1 here tonight. It'll be Eli Mitchell to take this corner kick now for the Mustangs. Almost midway through the second half, 4-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown as Eli Mitchell sends it into the box. Nice little handout there from Schwartzentruber. But the Mustangs not done yet as Dylan Seaman taking the shot, got blocked over the bar and out of play. Will be another corner kick, this time from the near side. Looks like Carson Seaman will take this one. Carson going low, angling it back. Blocked out in front of the Mount Lucas shot attempt. Now a little battle here on the backside. Mustangs keep possession. Circled back to Dylan Seaman. He'll play it off to the keeper, Jacob Campbell. Campbell looking for Jason Cooper. Boy, has Cooper been impressive off the bench here today for Laurel Highlands. Another little poke back to Colby Davis. Pair of assists for Mr. Cooper. And Jason fires it back to Carson Seaman. Touch forward there from Phillips. Dylan Seaman back to Carson Seaman. Now Phillips again, a little triangle there. And I love the ball movement. Abraham a touch. Back to Matt Phillips, almost playing keep away at this point of the match. Forward to Colby Davis. Colby back to his left, spins off to his right, fights off the double team. Davis coming alive, fires and scores. Second goal of the match from Colby Davis. Davis has a brace. It's 5-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. 18-19 left here in the second half, and we're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network.
Chloe Peck reports to the press box, please. Chloe Peck.
Chesler's Furniture at 601 Pittsburgh Street, Uniontown has been in business since 1950 and has a wide variety of furniture for all of your needs. At Chesler's, they have a wide assortment of living room recliners, kitchen sets, bedroom mattresses, and accessories that can decorate your home for years to come. Choose from many companies including Lazy Boy, Best, King Hickory, Hammery, Lancer, Wildwood, Von Bassett, and White Dove. Chesler's also services what they sell. Stop into Chesler's Fine Furniture, Route 51 north of Uniontown, and see Kim, Christy, Ted, and Rich. They'll be happy to help you with all of your needs. Chesler's Furniture, where customers send their friends.
Don't move too fast, Chloe.
So for Colby Davis, that's his 7th goal of the season. And again, keep in mind, this is only the 3rd game of the year for Laurel Highlands. And Colby Davis with 7 goals already on the season. It's now 5-0. Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. And still very early on, but don't be surprised if Davis is one of the contenders for the WPIAL Golden Boot Award at the end of the season. Davis got spun down there. Helped along by Jason Cooper. Notice a lot of this offense has been taking place since Cooper's been inserted in the lineup. He's been very effective creating on the Laurel Highlands side. Nolan Peck coming back for Uniontown. Chipping it off to Noah Trimmer. Uniontown has just not been able to generate too many quality shots on goal throughout the course of the match. And Eli Mitchell coming back. I'm going to say he's offsides. It was close. And he started his run behind the last defender. Trying to plead his case, but once the whistle blows, it's to no avail. Uniontown will make another change. Alex Eitner we get set to enter the match here at the next stoppage. Played back again to Jeremy Abraham. Line forward again to Colby Davis. Now Davis looking for a second hat trick of the season. Might get it here. Colby coming ahead. Colby bumped in the box. Colby works to his left, back to his right, tries to lead for Dylan Seaman. Got knocked down, nothing called, and we play on. Back to Clay Berkabow. He goes down, and Berkabow thought he was bumped there by Matt Lucas. Again, things getting chippy here with 16:25 left here in the second half.
Number 2, Alex Eitner.
Alex Eitner now back in. Clay Berkabow will send the ball back in here on the Uniontown side. Lines it down to Jack Kovacs on the near wing. Kovacs works around Carson Seaman. Kovacs on the run ahead. Matt Lucas, a little support. Angled on the far side and caught by Jacob Campbell with Dalton Grimes tracking down. Mustangs out to Eli Mitchell again. Mitchell on the run down the far side. Eli Mitchell Hop steps a defender. Mitchell still on it. What a run and a finish from Eli Mitchell. Highlight reel goal. Boy, was that sweet. 6-0. Mustangs over the Red Raiders. One of the goals of the season so far. Eli Mitchell, 15:45 left in regulation time. We're back in a moment here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at Bill Powers Stadium, Eli Mitchell picking up his second goal of the match, third goal of the season. And I think you have to give an assist there to the keeper, Jacob Campbell. It was just Campbell and Mitchell the whole way down.
Tim, do you say you want Chloe down there right now?
I think Campbell sent that down to Mitchell, and Mitchell made the uncontested run. And Jerry, I don't know how hard it's going to be for you to get a replay up. If we get a little long on the action here, it'd be nice to see that Mitchell goal maybe one more time. Here's a little lob. Mustangs looking for another one, deflected back to Campbell, and oh boy, oh so close there for making it 7-0. It was deflected off of Uniontown and outs. This will be a corner kick here for Laurel Highlands. I'm sure we'll see some substitutions here over the last 15 minutes now on the Laurel Highlands side. It'll be Jason Cooper to take the corner. Angles it high, a little header. That Eli Mitchell crashing in there. Nonetheless, off of Laurel Highlands and out. Uniontown making another change. It's number 9 who's not on my roster.
Carlos Ricky Ricardo Ramirez.
Who is that, number 9? Carlos Ramirez, okay. So Carlos Ramirez, number 9. In for the first time here on the Uniontown side. It's actually a transfer from Brownsville. And here's an opportunity out in front. Mustangs oh so close. So the Brownsville transfer Ramirez. Seeing a little match action. Low ball out in front there from Eli Mitchell, again blocked back. A little misclear there from Laurel Highlands, then on the regain. Sent back to Campbell. Joey Lemansky now on the near side. Fronted there by Kovacs. Just a little help there from Phillips. Back to Dylan Seaman again. Lucas, and now Dylan Seaman again. Let's get Campbell involved one more time. 13:02 to play. Lemansky and Seaman. Mustangs playing a little keep away here. Uniontown a little pressure there on Lemansky. And a few more changes. Justin Hartzik back into the match. Checking out Colby Livingston. That might be it for Colby tonight. Dylan Seaman trying to break back. Laurel Highlands will have 2 off days before their, check that, 1 off day before their next match against Trinity coming up on Thursday. Make sure you keep the legs fresh. And not much downtime for the Mustangs. It's amazing in the high school game, you see players come back with sometimes no rest, playing on back-to-back days or just 1 day rest. And you see guys in the MLS, the Premier League, and you get 2 matches in a week. For the second match day, a lot of the starters are resting. depending on who you're playing. And these high school kids, they can go play 4 matches in a week, no problem. Here's Jason Cooper again down the near wing. Cooper looks to center. Get it back again. Goes down in the box. A little contact there with Benjamin Witt. They ruled off of Witt and out for another Laurel Highlands corner kick with 11:26 left here in the second half. It was 2-0 Laurel Highlands at halftime. Goals by Colby Davis and Dylan Seaman. And Laurel Highlands, about an 8-minute period with 4 goals scored as Jason Cooper, high lob here going over the goal and out of play. But Eli Mitchell scored at the 22:42 mark of the second half. Colby Livingston getting his 4th of the season, 1st of the night at the 20:56 mark. Colby Davis is 7th of the season, 2nd of the game at the 18:19 mark. Then Eli Mitchell getting his 2nd of the game, 3rd of the season at the 15:45 mark. Unless I see proof otherwise, I'm giving an assist there to Jacob Campbell, the Laurel Highlands keeper. I think set it up on the little outlet rollout down the far side. One of the best Mustang goals I've seen in quite some time. Another change here on the Laurel Highlands side. Josh Phillips, senior, seeing some match action for the first time tonight. Ball deflecting here back and forth throughout the midfield. Red Raiders pick up possession. A little through ball here intended for Hospa Davis, but out of his reach. Roll all the way back to Jacob Campbell. Campbell now will come out to the top of the box. Bump it down the far side. Phillips is there. Sends it along. Red Raiders knock it back. There's Clay Berkabow. Berkabow down the far wing. Clay still on it, looking to center, deflected out by Jeremy Abraham. 9:16 left here in regulation time, 6-0. Laurel Highlands leading Uniontown. And a reminder, our next broadcast of Laurel Highlands boys soccer will come your way against Trinity. Mustangs taking on the Hillers. Looking forward to that one. Laurel Highlands girls also played their opening game against Altoona, like the Laurel Highlands boys, in a girl-boy doubleheader as part of the Fayette County Coaches Tournament. This past weekend, girls losing their opener 4-1. They'll open up conference play later on this week at Greensburg-Salem. There's Dylan Seaman looking to send it ahead to Jason Cooper. Cooper bodied off the ball. Top of the box, cleared out there by Fitzpatrick. I think the Laurel Highlands girls can certainly contend for another playoff spot like the boys. The Laurel Highlands girls program has made the playoffs in back-to-back seasons. Trying to keep that going for 2018 as well. The final 8 minutes here at Bill Powers Stadium tonight. Laurel Highlands up 6-0. Really competitive game, though, through much of the match, I'd say, for the opening almost 60 minutes before that little 4-goal spurt and an 8-minute period for the Mustangs here in the second half have really blown things open. Mustangs going to bring Colby Davis back in along with Manuel Oliveras. Of course, Davis gunning for another hat trick. A little surprised to see that up 6-0. Number 2, Alex Eitner, on the throw-in. I don't think you want to take too many chances with your starters late in matches up 6 goals, especially when you consider the fact the number of injuries the Mustangs sustained last season. Jeremy Abraham on the back line. Pressed on by Jack Kovacs. A lot of pride, though, still on the line as well. Of course, Laurel Highlands has had that shutout streak intact over Uniontown since 2015, and I'm sure the players know about that as well. Want to keep the clean sheet intact there for Campbell. The Mustang D has been a little bit tighter here tonight than we saw this past Saturday. Again, the Mustangs conceded 2 against Betworth and 5 against Altoona in their opening 2 games. Have yet to concede here today. Six minutes left in regulation. Again, this will be the 26th straight win in this series for Laurel Highlands over Uniontown. Quite remarkable in any sport to have a 26-game win streak against another opponent. Kind of reminds you of those days back in the 80s when the Penguins could never win in Philadelphia. Never get a win in the Spectrum. The Pens did have some wins, though, at home over the Flyers during that stretch. And Laurel Highlands has dominated this series, whether the matches have been played here at Bill Power Stadium or over at Laurel Highlands. 5:13 now left in this one. There's a shot, went off the back of Abraham, taken by Hospa Davis. Played back again to Dalton Grimes. Touched again by Hospa Davis. Laurel Highlands looking to clear. Touch there from Lemansky. Down to Cooper. Works his way around Grimes. Forward to Colby Davis. Davis double teamed. Jack Kovacs winning the ball back there for Uniontown. Running into Joey Lemansky, the freshman. Standing his ground. Up to Manuel Oliveras. Deflected off a Uniontown defender. That was Fitzpatrick with a slide tackle attempt coming back. Chip back along in Oliveras' direction. Oliveras, another speedy Laurel Highlands freshman. A lot of little guys that are very effective out on the field for the Mustangs. Oliveras and, of course, Joey Lemansky. Mustangs getting set to make another change, bringing Zach Mansberry back into the match. With 4:10 left here in the second half. These two teams will meet for a second time this season. Actually on a Saturday afternoon. September the 22nd at Laurel Highlands. 1 o'clock start. There's Oliveras again in open space. Oliveras firing. Missing wide here on the near side. I'll put it back down for another goal kick with 3:19 left here in the second half. Sent down to Hospa Davis. Heels it forward. Uniontown looking for another run back. Lemansky defending there. Ball goes out of play. Now Francis Payne, another Uniontown freshman, will come into the match for the first time. With 2:52 to play. Alex Eitner to trigger it back in. Knocked down by Hospa Davis. Another touch from Eitner. Cooper trying to send it up the field. Angled back by Hospa Davis. Trying to send it in Francis Payne's direction. Justin Hartzick will let it go. And Justin will fire it back in. Down to 2:07 left in this match. Kovacs. Abraham again defending. Lemansky on the clear back to center. Spun back by Fitzpatrick. On back by Cooper.
Thank you once again for coming this evening, supporting both local programs.
Mustangs winning the battle back there with Josh Phillips. Looking for Oliveris. Be quite the run here, but he has fresh legs. Schwartzentruber well out. Booted back down to Jeremy Abraham. 1:24 to play. Abraham stepping up. Colby Davis still out there. And Schwartzentruber there again. 1:06 to play. Going to recap the scoring. Colby Davis got things started. 3:59 into the match. Uniontown a little run back here from Jack Kovacs. And there's Jacob Campbell with the pokeouts. Phillips coming forward. Mustangs on the boot down looking for Colby Davis. Campbell also there. Or check that, Cooper also there. Deflected out by Hospa Davis. Actually, might have went off of Laurel Highlands and out. It did. Throw in there for Uniontown. Up to Alex Eitner. Mustangs again take the safe route back to Campbell. 12 seconds to play. Campbell back to center. And the final 10 seconds will clock down, and Laurel Highlands will win this one 6-0 over Uniontown tonight. Again, to recap the scoring, Colby Davis got things started. 3:59 into the match, assisted by Carson Seaman. Dylan Seaman getting the second Laurel Highlands goal of the first half, assisted by Eli Mitchell at the 2:41 mark of the first half. That was your halftime score. Eli Mitchell getting the scoring started for Laurel Highlands in the second half. A goal at the 22:42 mark, assisted by Jason Cooper. It was 3-0 Laurel Highlands. Colby Livingston getting his fourth of the season. First of the night, assisted by Cooper, his second assist of the evening at the 20:56 mark of the second half. 4-0 Laurel Highlands. And Colby Davis getting his second of the night, seventh of the season at the 18:19 mark of the second half to make it 5-0. Then Eli Mitchell getting his second of the night, third of the season at the 15:45 mark of the second half to make it 6-0. And that one was assisted by Jacob Campbell. Campbell a little rollout. Mitchell did it himself, hurdling a couple of defenders in the process to cap off the scoring. Laurel Highlands improves to 2-1. Uniontown drops to 2-1. The Mustangs 1-0 in conference play will be tied atop the table, and the night's done. Uniontown dropping to 0-1 in conference play. Tonight's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Jerry Dupay. Again, your final score, Laurel Highlands 6 and Uniontown nothing. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.